There does need to be more representation on board levels for sure. I'm here to sort of hopefully make a change on the board level by doing this course.
Well, Damien, we've spoken in the past when you joined us for commentary that you're doing a Masters in Sports Directorship.
Yeah.
Why did you want to take this particular career path now?
I think there's a lack of diversity in board levels across football really, and I wanted to be one of the people who get qualified and make a change really in a leadership role within a football club. But first and foremost, I need to get the qualification in order to get the skills that are needed to take these positions.
So tell us more about the course. It's a 2-year course, based in East London?
It's a 2-year course. It's with the University of East London, but it's based in Manchester. We have to be in Manchester for 2 days a month. Sorry.
Okay.
And today I'm here with my study group to do an audit on Wimbledon.
So Damien, what's been the purpose of this particular module here today?
Yeah, the purpose of my module that I'm on at the moment is to go into an organisation and do an audit, and it's focused on high performance and what this particular organisation defines as high performance within various departments. And we've done a series of interviews today from Chris Stewart all the way down to the academy, and it's been very insightful. And we have to go away and write a report on our findings, and then we're going to present that to Wimbledon.
Yeah, you've been doing some pretty in-depth interviews yourself. As you're saying about insight there, what kind of behind-the-scenes info have you been given there?
It's been very interesting, really interesting to see the guts of the organisation, which you wouldn't ordinarily, have access to, and I'm privileged to have that access today. And it's been very insightful to see what different departments had to say about Wimbledon. But what's a current theme actually, which is quite interesting, is that everybody's well versed on the actual history of Wimbledon and what it stands for and morals and where the club want to go. So that's been a common theme, but within the departments that we've interviewed, they've all got the nuances when it comes to pros and cons and little things that they want to improve.
And of course as well, your allegiance is to Wimbledon, of course, having played for them in the past, but I suppose it must be particularly interesting having to come here to a modern club with a brand new stadium.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing for me because, as you say, this is my club I support, so to have more of an in-depth understanding of the club from a different perspective, not just from a fan's perspective, but as I said, to see the guts of how the club run, and I've learned a lot with the insight that I've gained today.
And of course as well, in modern sport as well, this particular stadium, it's got to be something that's running all year round, not just for first team games. So that's really important, isn't it, as well for the club? It's
very important. Yeah, it's very important. It's an amazing stadium here, and it's got loads of potential, even more potential to bring in revenue. But like you say, there's different avenues that I've learnt today that the club highlight when it comes to actually bringing revenue into the stadium.
And of course as well, we're just seeing as well that the London Broncos are preparing to start their rugby league season here, but are there other sort of notable footballers, rugby league players as well that are actually on your course? What's the makeup of your course? Yeah.
There's predominantly people in the football industry, but there are some footballers, people who mainly work in football, and it's very vast when it comes to the diverse roles that people play within sport.
Of course, I was going to ask you as well about the fact that people talk a lot about having black managers in this country. What about this particular area in terms of the game, in terms of directors within the game? Are we seeing enough of them, do you think? Would you like to encourage more people from all walks of life to get into this side of the game?
Well, it's an interesting question. I think more needs to be done for sure, but first and foremost, black people or all walks of life, as you say, need to be qualified first and foremost, hence the reason why I'm on this course, in order to acquire the skills to potentially get these roles. You know, that's the reason why I'm working hard to try and make a difference. And it does need to be more representation on board levels for sure, across all plethoras of businesses anyway within the country. But focused on football, which I am. Yeah, I'm here to sort of hopefully make a change on the board level by doing this course.
And of course, after you finished playing, I mean, you've coached, you've done media work, you're an agent. There are opportunities out there now for former players, whereas perhaps back in the 80s and 90s, a lot of players would fall by the wayside. It's so important now, isn't it?
It's very important. Yeah, there are aspects that you can tap into as a former player now, and transition into whatever you feel that fits you. You know, because it's not as easy as just, you know, you stop football at a very young age in life terms. You know, so to find another passion is very important, and another purpose for your life. So, you know, my purpose has always been football, so I'm just trying to, you know, I'm transitioning into this now, which I'm enjoying.
How far have you still got to go with the course?
Well, I'm about 6 months in at the moment, so it's a 2-year course, so, you know, a year and a half or so to go. It's been I've learnt a lot, and I've got much more to learn, and by the end of the course I should be in a much better position than I am now to acquire a good role.
So ultimately for yourself as well personally, where do you hope this will lead to? I mean, will it be within football? Could it be within other sports? Could it be within this country?
I'm pretty open. I have to be open, but I would prefer it to be in football, yes. But what this course has taught me so far is that I'm learning quite a lot just about business in general, about different companies and strategies that they have in place. So the more I learn, it will become clearer with regards to what direction I will head down, but I prefer to stay in football for sure.
Brilliant. Damien, best of luck with it, and great to see you here today.
Thank you very much.